Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ESPN's live presentation of college softball right here on ESPN Plus. As the 18 and 30 University of San Diego Toreros host the visiting 19 and 29 Seattle University Redhawks in a West Coast Conference clash. It is senior weekend here from San Diego right here on ESPN Plus. A couple of great seniors being honored this entire weekend. Make sure to stay tuned for softball coverage right here on ESPN Plus. But these are two teams right now that are out of the playoff push, but they're looking to finish their seasons on a high note. Make sure to keep it right here on ESPN Plus for all the action this weekend. In the meantime, we got your lineups and first pitch coming up next. Keep it here on ESPN Plus. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the ESPN's live presentation of college softball here on ESPN Plus. Senior weekend here from San Diego. A momentous occasion. The Reggie Smith Softball Complex and a couple of seniors being honored this weekend. Some special guests as well here from the Reggie Smith Softball Complex. It is really a family affair of sorts here from USD as the Toreros host the visiting Redhawks. As mentioned, a tough season for both of these teams in the WCC, but also in general. Both teams missing the playoffs this year, and they both have losing records coming into this one. The Redhawks, they started off decent. They had a couple wins here or there, especially in the non-conference. A couple big-time victories against North Dakota, Quinnipiac, UC Davis, UNLV, UCSD, East Texas A&M, a series sweep against Montana in March, but since then it has been tough sledding, whether at home or on the road, and especially in the WCC. Since March, they've played 30 games, and they have lost 22 of those, so an 8-22 record in their last 30 games. Tough sledding. And now I will say kind of a saving grace for the Seattle squad is that they did compete against UCLA, the number 9 team in the country at the time, a 16-10 loss to the Bruins. But, hey, they put up 10 on UCLA. Not all the teams can say they have done that. So impressive, impressive, impressive. But tonight, throw the records out the window because these two teams, they are playing for bragging rights here. Seattle comes in 5-10 in WCC play. San Diego 4-11. The Toreros and the Redhawks doing battle senior weekend from San Diego. Speaking of a senior, Charlie Johnson getting the start here on this Thursday evening. We appreciate you folks keeping it here on ESPN Plus. Keith the Motor live from the Reg. First pitch of senior weekend, of course, it's a strike. CJ2K, number 21 in the circle for USD. Getting the start here on this Thursday evening. A 3.65 ERA, 117 innings pitched. Second pitch in there, also a strike. Johnson has been an absolute workhorse. Whether that's coming into close, whether that's starting, she can really do it all. The 0-2 pitch sliced down the line, but there's Ruiz for the grab. One away. Carly Ruiz playing a solid left field as always. Taking a look around the horn. Ruiz in left, O in center, Wina in right. The defensive lineup, Delgado at third. At short tonight, another senior, Haley Mulligan, finally back here at the Reg. And then Mallory Axline at second. And Taylor Johnson at first, a fellow senior. Behind the dish, yet another senior. That is Shawnice Hogue-Lacey, who has that ball fouled off of her head. Thankfully, she's got the mask on and she's okay. Let's take a look at it once again. Youch! But that's why they wear the protective gear, folks. Hogue-Lacey got her bell rung, but thankfully she's A-okay. Now at the dish, a fellow senior, Jay Ross. The kick to fire. That pitch misses outside. 1-1 to count. And it's an interesting thing this weekend, folks. It's not just senior weekend for the Toreros. It's also senior weekend for the Redhawks. A team that sports plenty of seniors in their lineup today. Kick to fire, the 1-1. That misses low, 2-1. So, again, this potentially for some of these gals could not only be their final series of softball ever, but it could be their final games, their final at-bats. So everything really matters. You want to get out on a high note. That pitch falls in there on the outside corner. 2-2 now the count on Ross. The kick to pitch. Ooh, inside called ball. Count runs full on Ross. The kick to fire, swing and a miss. Strike three. Johnson begins senior day with a K. Her senior series. Big time strikeout for her, 2 away. Now, of course, senior day, my apologies, folks, that will be on Saturday. Don't want to misspeak here, but, you know, hey, it's her day, really. It's the senior's day, shall I say. Speaking of this one senior. First pitch, though, that is taken outside for a ball, 1-0 to Taylor Fitch, another fellow senior. Batting .365 on the year. 13 home runs, folks. 50 runs batted in amongst tops in the WCC. The 1-0, that's down low. 2 balls, no strikes. To the senior third baseman. Mulligan up with it. The throw to first is in time. Easy ground ball, easy throw, easy out. So a 1-2-3 inning Here in the first, we're headed now to the bottom half of the first. Keep it right here on ESPN+.
Introducing Mike's Hot Italian Sub from Jersey Mike's. Fresh ham, salami, and pepperoni chopped up by hand right on the grill. Forget about it. Then topped with a layer of melted provolone? Forget about it. And the regular is only $8.95? Forget about it. Wait a minute. Actually, remember about it. Because you gotta try it with our chopped pepper relish before it's gone. The all-new Mike's Hot Italian Sub for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
You have the power to write your own story, create new possibilities, and set new standards. With pride and prestige, you have the power to forge a new path. We develop fearless leaders, dominate in the classroom, and inspire on the field. From the picturesque landscapes of the Pacific Northwest to the sun-drenched shores of Southern California, you have the power to rewrite history, break barriers, and create a legacy here in the West Coast Conference.
Welcome back, folks, inside ESPN's live presentation of college softball here on ESPN+. Keith and Mulder live here from the Reg. San Diego and Seattle doing battle here in a WCC clash. A 1-2-3 top of the first. What's going to happen here in the bottom half? Caitlin Wiener and the rest of this Toreros squad doing battle. First pitch. Taken outside for a ball, 1-0. In the circle, a sophomore, Maya Mesa, the lefty, coming in with a 6.19 ERA and 37 in a third innings pitched. Bunt shown, then pulled back by Wiener. A 1.98 whip, a 2-4 record on the season, 19 Ks, 24 walks. 50 hits. Of those 50, 15 have gone for extra bases, 6 home runs. The kick to 2-0. Taken inside, 3-0 on Wiener. And as we mentioned, it is the final series of the year for both these teams. The 3-0 way inside. Oh, they're actually going to call a strike. Home plate umpire Randy Adair calls a strike. They say it got the inside part of the plate. The 3-1 slapped foul into the netting. Count runs full on Wiener. Mesa comes home. Ball 4. So Wiener walks it out to first base.
Playing second base, number 20, Mallory Axline.
And just like that, San Diego has something cooking here in the first. Again, as we mentioned, final series of the year. So you got to figure all these gals, they're going to be swinging away. Not going to take any pitch for granted, as this could be their final pitches, final ABs of their softball career. First pitch is checked fouled. 0-1. Mallory Axline, the lumberjack, at the dish. This season batting .306. Couple doubles, 3 triples, 14 runs batted in. Here's an interesting stat. Caitlin Wiener, she's at first, has yet to steal a bag this season. Bunt shown, then pulled back. Part of that also could be the fact that Mallory Axline loves to swing away. So oftentimes you don't want to try and steal and then get caught into the double play. The 1-1 bunted off of her foot, so it is a foul ball. So Winya heads back to first. Maya Mesa, 4-year starter, all district from Seattle, Glacier Peak High School, more specifically on the east side. The 1-2 outside. 2-2 now. Taking a look at this USD lineup tonight. Mostly the same names, but Haley Mulligan back after being out there for a little stretch. Janae Combs also getting the start at DP in the 8 spot. 2-2 is fouled away. A decent crowd on hand tonight, folks. Some young ones, some future Torero softball stars in attendance. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball right side. The throw to second in time, but that's all they will get. Jones makes the turn, throws it to Zepeda, but Zepeda doesn't have a play at first after all. Axline with blazing speed. So fielder's choice went away here in the bottom of the first. Super important for Mesa to get that first out. After all this year, she has only started a handful of games. She's looking to finish the season strong, maybe even have an even stronger 2027 season. The kick, the pitch, off speed. I guess they're going to say that was low. Taylor Johnson at the dish. A fellow senior, batting .311 on the year. 6 home runs, 24 runs batted in. That pitch misses low. Actually, they're going to say it's a strike. Apologies, folks. Bear with me. Bit of a delayed strike call by the home plate umpire, Randy Adair. The kick, the pitch. That is high, 2-1. Johnson comes into this game on an absolute heater. In that series against Pacific, 5 for 11, a home run, 4 runs batted in. That pitch is called a strike on the inside. Couple doubles as well, so she has been an extra base hit machine. Making Shawnice Hogue-Lacey sweat. Hogue-Lacey, the team leader in RBIs. This is popped up. Foul territory, an amazing grab. Sliding grab and a heads-up play. So Axline tags up on the fly out to foul ground. The diving grab made in right field by Abby Fales. Fales running as fast as she could, made the grab before eventually diving to the ground, but Axline, because it was a fly out, was able to tag up from first and advance to second. And here comes Kaylee O. That pitch is taken for a ball outside. Again, a bit of a different look tonight for most of these batters because there's a lefty on the mound. Not a ton of lefties in the WCC. Some squads have one, some squads don't, and that hits O on the arm. So O hit by a pitch. There's 2 runners on here, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Now Michelle Delgado steps in. Big opportunity here in the bottom of the first. Still scoreless, by the way. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Mesa comes home, hit foul down the line. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Slice foul, this time down the first baseline into the fence. So Delgado already down quickly. 0-2. Kick the pitch, that one's in the dirt. So the runners stay where they are. Count 1-2 now. Delgado, a good series as well against Pacific. 3 for her last 5, including a triple for 2 RBIs. That pitch is in the dirt. It's now 2-2. So while Seattle has lost 10 of their last 12 games, the Toreros have been a little bit more lucky. A win against Pacific last weekend. This is hit hard and high to the gap. That's going to one-hop the wall. 1 run comes home. Here comes Michelle Delgado. A standing 2-run double. The Toreros are on top here early. Michelle Delgado rips that pitch and gives the Toreros an early 2-run lead. Middle, and Delgado did not miss. Sends it right to the gap. And with that, the Toreros are up. Kaleo motoring all the way from first base. And now a conversation in the circle for the Red Hawks. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, you got to figure that we're second in 2018, 2021, 2022, and 2023. So this has been a historic program, at least in terms of postseason play or conference play. But this season, in a new conference, maybe harder competition. Who's to say? So with that break, we head right back to action. Shawnee's Hogue Lacey, the senior, comes up to the dish, batting .233 on the year. Again, she is one of the team leaders in terms of runs batted in. 22. The team leader, of course, Taylor Johnson with 24. The kick, the pitch to Hogue Lacey. Taken outside, 1-1 the count. Hogue Lacey's been a little bit cold as of late. Had a 2-hit performance against Pacific. But those are her only hits in her last 7 games. That pitch catches the outside corner, 1-2 the count now. Hogue Lacey an RBI double against the Tigers. She has another opportunity here against the Red Hawks as she fouls that pitch into the netting down the first base line. Hogue Lacey, such a pivotal member of this San Diego lineup, both at the dish and behind the dish. The 1-2. That misses high. That was close, though. Two the count on Hogue Lacey. Mesa waits. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and I'm going to say it's a foul tip. So not swung on and missed, but swung on and tipped. So because Spadafora dropped the ball, it would have been a strike foul tip out, but instead it hits off her leg, so nothing doing. It's a foul ball. Count remains 2-2. We do it again. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Mesa tried to get Hogue Lacey swinging. Popped up, shallow right field. This one's going to drop for a base hit. Hogue Lacey to second. She slides. She's safe. Another RBI for the senior. Shawnee's Hogue Lacey, her 23rd of the season. It's 3-0 Toreros. Hogue Lacey putting a bat on the ball, a slicing pop-up to shallow right field. And it was hit right into no man's land. An attempted catch by Fales. This is lifted high in the air, deep left center field. This one's dropping. That one's all the way to the wall. Another run comes home. The seniors showing out. Haley Mulligan, the RBI double. It's 4-0. The hit parade continues, and Haley Mulligan is the grand marshal. So a couple of RBI doubles make this a 4-0 game. That pitch is called a strike on the inside corner to Janae Combs. JC batting .213 on the season. Here's the 0-1. That one's high. Here's the thing about Janae Combs, folks. Whenever she hits the ball, she hits it hard. She's got 16 hits on the season, a .213 average, which isn't necessarily ideal. But of those 16 hits, 11 of them have gone for extra bases. The 1-1, this is nubbed off the top of her bat. One and two the count on Combs. 1-2 the count on Combs. Mesa waiting and firing and fouling is Combs at the last moment. Lifted high in the air, deep left field. Back. This one ain't coming back. Janae Combs, the extra base hit machine. The 2-run dinger. It's 6-0 San Diego. Janae Combs goes down and gets that pitch. Her 3rd home run of the season. And the Toreros keep at it on here in the bottom of the 1st. And with that, we're going to see a pitching change from San Diego. So 6 runs have come home for USD over Seattle. With that, we're going to take a quick break, but after the break, we'll tell you who's in the circle for the Redhawks. Don't go anywhere. Bostad. Erai. Jeff Erai. Welcome back, folks, inside to ESPN's live presentation of West Coast Conference softball here on ESPN Plus. Keith DeMolder live from the Rich Smith Softball Complex. Ellie Bostep in the circle for SU. 5.87 ERA, a 2.29 WHIP, 22 2/3 innings pitched for her. First pitch is in there for a strike. Bottom of the order here for San Diego, Carly Ruiz at the dish. A 2-out rally has netted the Toreros 6 runs. They kick the pitch. This is lifted high but not deep. Chasing back, and this one's over the head of Fales. Ruiz to third. She's got herself a triple. So the Redhawks playing Ruiz in, and she hits that ball over the head of Fales all the way to the wall. She gets herself a 3-bagger. So that ball was hit high, but not necessarily deep. But again, the location of it catches Fales off guard, hit right to the gap. I thought she might have had a beat on it, but the 2-out rally continues. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. Caitlin Wienia at the dish. The kick, the 0-1. Wienia to left center. Another run comes home. The parade continues. Caitlin Wienia. It's now 7-0 Toreros. And the Toreros going absolutely ham in the dugout, as they should. The Bats, They might just melt in their hands, folks. That's how hot they are. Now Mallory Axline watches a strike. And if there's one baseball, softball faux pas, it's you don't want to be the final out during a rally. You want to keep it going. But we'll see what Axline does here. First time up, she reached on a fielder's choice. Here's the 0-1. That pitch misses. 1-1. Ellie Bostedt comes in, 43 hits, 11 walks. The 1-1 pitch is outside. 19 Ks, so she does know how to put them away, but unfortunately for Seattle, she has allowed a lot of hard contact. 15 extra base hits, a 30% extra base hit percentage. The 2-1. Axline fouls it off the dish. 2-2 the count. Two here on number 2-0. The pitch. That's low and inside. Hey, good thought, though. Good thought. Count runs full on Axline, and if you're asking my professional softball opinion, I say she's got to swing at this pitch. If it's close, you got to swing at it. Can't go down looking here with a 7-run rally. That's just me. The 3-2 was not close. It's low. Ball 4. 2 runners on yet again. And things going from bad to worse for the Red Hawks. The senior Taylor Johnson steps in as a circle visit from the catcher Spadafora. Kaya Galavis warming up in the pen, the freshman. The kick, the pitch. That one misses low. 1-0. So Bostedt and Mesa, the two kind of relief arms, the, I guess, non-Arsenal gals. The 1-0 off speed is in there for a strike. 1-1. But Galavis, Vance, and Morris, those are the 3 main starters for Seattle. So we're seeing Galavis warming up in the pen. It's an interesting thing, by the way, that Mesa got the start tonight. This is hit high in the air, chasing the center fielder back, but she makes a catch right at the track for the 3rd out. Kissling retiring Johnson, but not before 7 runs come home. The Torero's on top big. We're headed now to the 2nd. Keep it right here on ESPN+. An offensive barrage for the Toreros in the bottom of the first. Welcome back, folks, inside to ESPN's live presentation of college softball here on ESPN Plus. First pitch is taken outside for a ball. Ava Sin watches that first pitch from the senior, Charlie Johnson. 1-0. That pitch also misses 2-0. Johnson, I'm sure, very happy with what the Toreros have given her. That's a 7-run cushion. (2-0) fouled off. Every Torero batting in the bottom of the first. A couple of big-time hits, all coming with 2 outs. The 2-1. That misses. 3-1 the count. Johnson retiring the Red Hawks in order in the first. Fellow senior Sin coming up here and walking in the second. So the designated player on first with the walk. Now here comes Karen Spadafora. Spadafora on the year, batting .253, 8 home runs, 31 runs batted in. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1, a ton of home runs for this squad. 42 for their roster. It's always interesting. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The different kind of makeups of teams. This is lifted in the air to left, served up by Spadafora. So 2 runners on here quickly in the top of the second. Seattle has something brewing. So the Red Hawks not going down without a fight. Inside pitch, and Spadafora cleans it out. But as we're kind of mentioning there, the Red Hawks utilizing the home run. Again, 42 of them on the year. Meanwhile, San Diego with just 18 home runs. So just goes to show you how different teams score in different ways. Abby fails at the dish, watches the 1-0, outside 2-0. Now a conversation with Hogue Lacey and her fellow senior, Charlie Johnson. And what could be her final, or their final game together. Also, apologies, folks, meant to mention this earlier. Pre-game, the Reggie Smith making her way to stadium named after her. Ground ball to Mulligan. She throws it to third to get one, and that's all they'll get. But the lead runner gunned down at third. Mulligan, the heads-up play. 1 away. So fails way too fast to be gunned down at first. Mulligan makes the smart decision, and the double play still in effect. Now coming up to the dish is Brooklyn Jones. A very watchful batter. That pitch is called a strike as she watches that. Among tops on the squad with 20 walks on the year, but she has struck out 29 times, so Whether she watches it in the zone or outside the zone, she's a watchful batter. The 0-1, that's in the dirt. 1-1. It's always an interesting thing, folks. Senior weekend, the final weekend of the softball season for both these teams. Because it's not just, as we mentioned, the end of a softball campaign. It's not just the end of the season. It's the end of a career, a lifetime of playing softball for a lot of these gals. I mean, don't want to speak for everyone, but for CJ, Charlie Johnson, there's a chance that she never picks up a softball in a competitive game ever again. So she certainly wants to make this start count. Ripped foul into the netting. 2-2 on Fails. Excuse me, my apologies, on Jones. Johnson waits and comes home to Jones. That's close, but no cigar. Count runs full on Jones. Let's take a look at it, and they're going to say that was high, I guess. Regardless, do or die pitch here. Johnson, the pitch, fouled off. So Jones lives to see another ball. The 3-2 pitch, fouled off yet again. And this could be partly why Jones walks so much. Gets into long counts. Really makes pitchers work for it. Which I know for certain pitchers really drives them crazy. Johnson rocks, fires. That one's going to be into the gap. Jones comes through. Falling down. This is going to be a close play at the plate. The throw. In time. Jones heads to third. A run does come home. Spatafor falling on the ground. But again, we learned this once. We'll learn it twice. You don't run on the gun. San Diego gets one at the plate. 2 away. Let's take a look at it once again. Jones with an excellent piece of hitting into the gap. You see Spatafor slip on the turf and fall down. An excellent relay throw to the plate. And this is likely going to be a challenge. Spatafor falling down. She will score with no issue. But then let's take a look at the play. Randy Adair was there. But now the play is under review, and at least from our angle, we know the throw got there in time, right? There's no doubt about that. Now the question is, was the tag applied before the foot got in there? So Fails from first, running at full speed. Let's take a look. This is probably the best angle we got. So slow it down right there. Oof, it's close. You got to wonder if her foot got in before the tag. Let's take a look at it right. Bang. Ooh, that's tight. So again, the call on the field was out. But we got to wait because this one's going to be challenged. It's almost bang bang. I mean, and the question is, what part of the cleat hit the plate? You know, we only have so many angles here from the Reg. You know, we are a couple of folk operation, so we're trying to get the best look. But this is the one right here. So, wow, yeah, it's hard to say. But the umpires, they got the look, so they're going to try and make the best judgment on the call. You know, again, kind of one of those situations where the call on the field does have some impact, but, you know, I see a couple of parents here at the Reg are watching the game on their phones, and they're indicating to their Red Hawk players that it's safe. So you gotta love it. Gotta appreciate the folks watching and listening on their cell phones here in the crowd. But let's get the official call here from Bill Plant. Take a listen, folks. So with that, a 2 RBI triple. Brooklyn Jones coming through. It's 7-2, San Diego. Now Aurora Zepeda at the dish, the lone freshman in a sea of upperclassmen. Looking to keep the rally going. Johnson comes home. First pitch is low. And time is called as Coach Schisler comes out to talk shop with Johnson in the circle. I'm sure she was rattled by that extra base hit. Looking for a clean sheet in her senior weekend. Unfortunately, doesn't get it done. But whether or not you have the clean sheet or not, you're looking for the dub. San Diego just one run away from getting a run rule if the game went 5, of course, and they shut them out. But now things are a little bit more complicated. They need 3 more runs to get the run rule. They also have to get out of this inning unscathed, which could be hard. Zepeda batting .320 on the year. That pitch misses. The kick to 2-0. Ground ball to Mulligan. She's going to go home. The throw this time is in time. Jones diving. She was going all the way. 2 away here in the top of the second. So Mulligan, the senior, coming to play on her senior weekend. A couple good defensive plays by her, a couple good relays. And she was sorely missed at short for all that time. She was hurt. First pitch, slap to left, but there goes Ruiz. Glove work for the Toreros. The Redhawks, though, they score 2. We're headed now to the bottom of the second. 7-2, San Diego. ESPN's live presentation of West Coast Conference softball here on ESPN Plus. We're live here from San Diego. Reminder, folks, ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand using the ESPN app. Blackout and other restrictions apply. For more information, go to espn.com/MLBTV. Back here in San Diego, it's not the MLB, but something a little bit better in my opinion. That is college softball. Kaleo at the dish, skies that high, but not deep. Making the play in left was Avery Morris, one away here in the bottom of the second. Now Michelle Delgado at the dish. For just joining us, folks, firstly, thank you. But secondly, you've missed quite the ball game. A scoreless top of the first, and then San Diego exploding for 7 runs, all coming with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. This is ripped up the middle for a single. Delgado continues her hot-hitting ways. So 1 out, 1 on. Delgado, a big part of that 7-run first. Now Shawnice Hogue-Lacey, who herself had a big hit. So the bottom half of the order really doing damage. The kick to fire. That pitch is in there for a strike. But after a 7-run first, Seattle responding with 2 there in the second. Brooklyn Jones with a 2 RBI triple. Here's the pitch. High in the air to left field. Chasing back, and Morris making the grab. So 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Ellie Bosted settling down after allowing a couple of runs there in the first. Now Haley Mulligan at the dish. First pitch to her. Swung, got way out in front at the off speed. The kick to fire. Runner goes. The throw to second. Not in time. And Delgado thinking about it. She's going to take off. Head first slide both times. She's now at third base. The stolen bag from Delgado. So let's take a look at it. Delgado getting a great jump. The throw would not have beat her. And it goes into right center field, and she takes off yet again. And she just has no regard for the washing machine, folks. Getting her jersey dirty. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Mulligan, who had an RBI double herself in the first. The kick to fire. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's how this inning ends. So the Toreros 60 feet away from another run. They can't bring them home. We head now to the third. Still 7-2 San Diego. tournament hits Scottsdale Stadium May 20th through the 23rd. Don't miss 4 days of championship baseball. Get your tickets now at WCCSports.com. And I am so excited for when the softball tournament comes in the coming years. But for now, we just have baseball. Nothing wrong with that. As long as it's action on the diamond, as long as there is a bat, a ball, 9 fielders, 1 hitter, that's all you need, really. Top of the lineup back up here for Seattle. Avery Morris at the dish. First pitch is in there for a strike. Morris on the ear. Fouled out in the first. Batting .426 coming into this one. A 1.059 OPS. 2 home runs, 23 runs batted in. 3 triples, 14 doubles. That pitch is in there for a strike. That's the thing about this Red Hawk team is they certainly can slug. Overall, looking at their slugging percentage as a squad, .482. A .315 average as well, so this team can hit. To kick the 1-2 on the ground, Mulligan to first in time. 1 away. Now Jay Ross. Ross, her first time up, struck out. Johnson looking for a similar fate here in the top of the third. Kick the pitch. This one's fouled off behind the dish. 0-1. But again, looking at this Red Hawk offense, just a ton of extra base hits, folks. 81 doubles, 10 triples, 42 home runs. But here's the thing. What they've done, they've also had done unto them. So what the softball gods giveth, they taketh away. Their opponents, meanwhile, they have had 82 doubles, 9 triples, 42 home runs, and 242 runs batted in. So a similar .465 slugging percentage. Not necessarily ideal. That pitch misses 1-2 on Ross. And it's funny because every pitcher has a different sort of vice, if you will, for the Red Hawks. The 1-2. Oh, barely misses outside. Johnson upset with the call. But Kaya Galaviz allowing 29 doubles among tops on the team, but then Berkeley Vance allowing 14 home runs. The 2-2. Strike 3, Carter looking on the inside corner. Johnson, CJ2K with the K. 2 away here in the top of the third. And you knew she wanted that one. Inside part of the plate, dotted. And of course you know that Johnson's going to get fired up. So 2 away here in the top of the third, as I said. Now here comes the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, and she rolls over it. The throw to first will be in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Johnson yet again scoreless. We're heading now to the bottom half of the third. 7-2, San Diego on top.
From this place, we seek the light of wisdom, compassion, and faith. We cultivate wellness in mind, body, and spirit. Together, we pursue a greater good, serve a higher purpose, and confront humanity's challenges by fostering peace, working for justice, and leading with love. At the University of San Diego, we are lighting the way forward.
This isn't just a wireless plan built for USD. This is Torero pride that never leaves. Memories etched into the baseball diamond. Late night studies that formed lifelong friendships. It's cheering on Saturday like you never left. It's giving back to your school every payment on a 5G network you can trust, keeping the Torero spirit alive everywhere the journey takes you. You earned your degree. You earned your place. Now stay connected to where it all began. Plans starting at $20 a month. It's Torero Mobile, wireless that wins.
And welcome back, folks, inside to ESPN's live presentation of college softball here on ESPN Plus. Bottom three now. 7-2 is the count. First pitch is in there for a ball. Janae Combs at the dish against Ellie Bostedt, who comes in here in her third inning of work. That pitch misses low. Another one, 2-0. Last time up, JC with a big homer. Cranked it to left. Yet another extra base knock. That's her 12th of the season. The kick to 2-0. In there for a strike. That's the thing about Janae Combs. I mean, this season we only have a couple games left. But for next year, she is setting herself up to be the four-hitter, because when she is hitting for slug like she has, there's no stopping her. The 2-1. This is popped up on the infield, and the catch is made by Jones. One away. So no home run this time. Now Carla Ruiz in the bottom of the order here for San Diego. The kick, the first pitch. Called strike on the outside. Here's the 0-1. Catches the outside corner. Ruiz down 0-2. Ruiz shows bunt, pulls it back, puts it on the ground. Up with it, Zepeda. The throw to first is in time. Ruiz put it on the ground, as she does well with two strikes, but fortunately the defense for Seattle just too sure-handed. Top of the order now, Caitlin Weenie at the dish. Wienia, a walk in the first, and also an RBI single in the first. 2 away. Bostedt has settled down. The kick, the 1-0, is in the dirt. Kick to 2-0. In there for a strike. The Red Hawks and the Toreros first began their play in 2011. A very guess, short-lived rivalry, if you will. Their last meeting in 2022. Ground ball to the right side. Winya is retired. A 1-2-3 inning here in the third. We're headed now to the fourth. Still 7-2 San Diego. Presentation of WCC softball here on ESPN Plus. Top four, 7-2 is the score. The pitch is on the outside corner for a strike to Ava Sin, who walked in the second. Interesting stat about her. Sin is a double shy of tying the program record for doubles. She flies that one to center field, though. Canicorn. Kaleo is there for the first out.
Number 24, Karen Spadafora.
Now here comes the catcher, Karen Spadafora, who is the tallest player on the field by a long, long, long way. 6 foot tall, folks, out of Tigard, Oregon. Pitch is taken inside for a ball, so plenty of strike zone to work with, which is a good thing and a bad thing, though. She's got long arms, so she can get to any pitch. Spadafora, 6 foot tall. Grounds it through the right side into right field. Oh, Winya with a good thought, but not in time. So a 1-out single for Spadafora.
Number 18, Abby Fales.
A couple tall gals on this team, though. Avery Morris as well. She's 5'10". Mikey Morris, she's also 5'10". And then Audrey Borup, she's 5'11". So plenty of length for these Red Hawk bats. Ground ball, Mulligan goes to second for one. The turn won't be made. So they get the lead runner at second. Johnson getting some ground ball outs.
Number 23, Brooklyn Jones.
Now Brooklyn Jones, who gave Seattle their first runs of the day, comes up to the dish. So Fales is retired. The kick, the fire, that ball misses inside, 1-0. So actually they called it a double. The scorers calling her RBI hit a double, not a triple. She did go to third, and they're going to say she went to third on the throw. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1. Johnson has settled down since the second. A 1-2-3 third. Some trouble here in the fourth, though. We'll see if she can escape it scoreless. The 1-1. Called strike on the outside. Johnson's fired up. You can see it. See it in her eyes. She wants it. She's got a couple Ks on the day. She wants her third. She waits. Comes home and misses outside. She says that's on me. Two-two. Now it's 3-2. That pitch with plenty of speed, but misses inside. Three-two bounced off the plate. Easy play. The throw to first is in time. So Johnson does it herself for the third out. Coming up here in the bottom of the fourth, Axline, Johnson, and O. Keep it right here on ESPN+. And welcome back, folks, inside to ESPN's live presentation of West Coast Conference softball here on ESPN+. Mallory Axline, the lumberjack, at the dish. Takes a hack with her axe. Slices it foul into the net, though. 0-1. She's reached base twice. Once via the walk and once via the fielder's choice. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Ellie Bostedt comes in. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits. 1 earned run, technically. A walk and a K. The 0-2. Axline watches that pitch outside. 1-2. Things getting significantly colder here as the wind starts to pick up in the canyon, the Tecolote Canyon. Here's the pitch in the dirt. So the Toreros, they can potentially run rule the Red Hawks. They just need to score 3 more. If they score 3 in this inning, then they can go in the 5th and shut them down. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bostette the K. Axeline out in front on this off-speed pitch, down and away. Hard to lay off. Now Taylor Johnson at the dish. The top of the order, ironically, for San Diego has not been insanely productive. Axeline, Johnson, and O all without hits. That pitch is bounced in the dirt. 1-0. The kick, the 1-0, hit right back to Bostette. The throw to first is in time, 2 away. So a quick 1-2 here in the bottom of the 4th for the Redhawks. So Bostette, after some initial trouble, has held the Toreros scoreless in her last 2 innings. A couple base runners, but nothing more. Now Kaylee O, who is hit by a pitch in the first and flied out in the second. Hard ground ball to third. Fitch, the throw to first, dug out well by Ross. And we're headed now to the 5th. Seattle scoreless. Still, San Diego on top, 7-2.
Introducing Mike's Hot Italian Sub from Jersey Mike's. Fresh ham, salami, and pepperoni chopped up by hand right on the grill. Forget about it. Then top with a layer of melted provolone? Forget about it. And the regular is only $8.95? Forget about it. Wait a minute. Actually, remember about it. Because you gotta try it with our chopped pepper relish before it's gone. The all-new Mike's Hot Italian Sub for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
Credit Union One, the official credit union of the West Coast Conference, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking and an expansive network of 90,000 ATMs from coast to coast. Discover better banking for all at cu1.com, federally insured by NCUA.
After 6 years of military service, Tech Sergeant Barubi wanted to plant roots and watch them grow. He was ready to live in his hometown again. He was ready for the reserve.
Top 5. This game has gone by relatively quickly because it's been scoreless the last couple of innings for both teams. Johnson, first pitch, up the middle. In a center field for a single, Aurora Zepeda gets the rally started here for Seattle. 1 pitch, 1 hit. Ground ball through again. So 2 pitches, 2 singles. Seattle starting to hit here in the top of the 5th. And it's tough because the defense is playing usually where the analytics say they should. It's not for a lack of effort. Both Axeline and Mulligan making diving attempts, but They just hit it where they ain't. First pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. Avery Morris at the dish. Again, kind of similar things for both teams. Seattle's top 4 batters still hitless. So almost all of the production has been from the bottom half of the lineup. Kissling at first after that single. Zepeda at second. Now Morris at the dish with no outs. The 1-1 is low. Two one. No call. 3-1. Sun starting to set here in San Diego. Beautiful San Diego, California. For this WCC clash. This is fouled down the third base line. 3-2. Count runs full, on Morris. Sun setting later and later, which is why I love the summer. Gotta love the sunlight. 3-2 is high. The base is loaded for Seattle, no outs. And now a conversation with the USD defense in the circle, giving CJ some tips and also just talking about defensive coverages. Where do we go with the ball? Now the hope for the Toreros is that they can go home if a ball is grounded up the middle, grounded to the right side, left side, wherever you name it, get the lead runner at the dish. Because right now they are 3 outs away from a run rule, so if they score 3 in the bottom of the 5th, the game is over. This team wants to save their energy for the rest of these 2 games this series. Plus, it's always satisfying, the team says, to win on a run rule. Jay Ross at the dish. First pitch is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Ross has K'd twice today, so Johnson has her number. Let's see if she can make it 3. Johnson waits, the 1-0. Slice to left, it's fair, down the line. 1 run comes home, another run comes home. The throw to third, not in time. A 2 RBI single for Ross. It's 7-4 now. San Diego on top. A good piece of hitting, Oppo Taco from JR. Ross finds a way to change her luck. No deja vu this time. Runners at first and third, still nobody out. And now Taylor Fitch at the dish. And with that, we see some action in the Diego pen. Alex Riggs getting ready. A 1-1 count to Fitch, who has been hitting the snot out of the ball this season. 8 doubles, 2 triples, 13 home runs, and 50 big ones. Oh, right off the glove of Mulligan, she's got another. Make that 51 ribbies. That ball was absolutely scorched off the bat of Fitch. It's now 7-5. And this is likely going to be it for Johnson. Let's take a look at it once again. Hard play for Mulligan to make. A missile off the bat. So while we have some time, we're going to take a quick break as there's a conversation in the circle. We'll be right back, folks. Keep it right here on ESPN Plus. We might have. And welcome back, folks, inside to ESPN's live presentation of WCC softball. So there's no pitching change, despite there being a or a circle visit, shall I say, by head coach Knighton. I believe maybe the rule goes that if there's a mound visit or a circle visit, excuse me, then another circle visit, then you have to change pitchers. But they're staying with Johnson in the circle. Ground ball. Delgado races to the bag. She gets one. So a fielder's choice ground ball for San Diego. Ava Sin is retired. Or rather, excuse me, reaches on the fielder's choice, but the runner is retired. Ross retired at third. So one away. Now here comes the tallest catcher in the game, Spadafora. 7-5. Things have just gotten interesting from San Diego. Fly ball to right center field. Wiener is there, makes the grab, tagging up. Here's the throw. No go. So Fitch goes to third. Wiener makes the grab. There's two away, but runners at the corners. Abby fails at the dish. 0 for 2. One of 4 Red Hawks without a hit today. A couple fielders choices, excuse me, for her. Seven to 5. Seattle scoring 3 here in the 5th. Riggs still getting warm in the pen. The 1-0 is taken low. 2-0. So the Red Hawks coming back. They've received a lot of shutout innings. From Bostad, and also a couple runs here from a multitude of Red Hawks. 3-0 is the count. Johnson's still in there. So San Diego expending all of their offensive energy with the 7th spot in the 1st, but nothing since then. 3-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner. 3-1. Torero baseball is not at home this weekend, or rather not at home tonight. Usually we see an overlap between the Toreros softball and baseball teams. This one's hit right to Johnson. Steps on the bag. Some glove work to end the 5th, but not before 3 runs come home. Toreros have their work cut out for them here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back on ESPN Plus. here from San Diego. Keith DeMolder live from the Reggie Smith Softball Complex here on ESPN+. Appreciate you folks sticking with us. The kick to pitch. Check swing. Got her looking silly. Ellie Bostedt has been absolutely nails in the second, third, and fourth innings. Oh, they call it a sword. Delgado way out in front. 0-1 the count. Bostedt 3 in the third innings pitched. 3 hits, just 1 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks. And most importantly, she has kept the Seattle squad in the game when out of the gate they had no chance. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. The kick to 2-1. High in the air, but not deep. Not necessarily deep. The play is made by the center fielder Kissling for the first out of the inning. So Delgado is retired. Yeah, that ball kept carrying. It looked like a manageable play. So 1 away. Now Shawnee's Hogue Lacey, who had herself an RBI double in the first, flew out in the second. The kick to pitch. Oh, did she go? They say no. Now a reminder, folks, the Toreros still, oh, yep, take a look at it. She did not go. The Toreros still could run rule the Seattle squad. Ground ball, high chopper. Fitch is there. The throw to first is dug out yet again by Ross. 2 away. So they could get a run rule. They just had to score themselves 6 runs here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. It's a tall order, but they did do that in the first. So maybe a little wraparound, maybe a little deja vu. We will see. Either way, it starts right here with Haley Mulligan, who had herself an RBI double. Also struck out in the second on some off-speed stuff, so she learned her lesson. Let's see. That pitch misses low, 1-0. The kick to fire. That pitch is thrown in the dirt. The 2-0 is called strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Mulligan on the year batting .282, a .400 slug percentage. More importantly, batting .276 with 2 outs. Kick to fire, that pitch misses. Mulligan, a local kid from El Cap out in East County. Kick the pitch. This is hit hard through the hole in the right side. Mulligan on first with a single. I was about to mention Mulligan still without a home run. So the senior could do something. I'm just saying, could do something this weekend. Maybe hit a bomb, but instead she's just hitting singles. Either way, she's on base. 2-out rally starts now. Janae Combs at the dish. Already with a home run. First pitch to her is outside. Mulligan thought about taking it back, but she was just bluffing. Mulligan with 1 steal on the year. The 1-0, big cut, big miss on the off speed. Again, Combs has not played much, but when she gets a hold of a ball, she sends it a long way. Kick the 1-1, grounded right back to the pitcher. Bostedt over to first in time for the 3rd out. So nothing doing for San Diego in the bottom of the 5th. We head now to the 6th. Keep it right here on ESPN+. Zeros on the scoreboard for San Diego in their last 4 offensive innings. The Redhawks, though, they've been red hot. 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 2nd. Welcome back, folks, inside to ESPN's live presentation of WCC softball. At the dish, Brooklyn Jones. A new pitcher in the circle, though, for San Diego. That's none other than Caitlin Bartlow. They kick the 1-0. It's in there for a strike. Bartlow on the year, a 4.7 ERA in 98 and a third innings pitched. 34 Ks, 48 walks, 128 hits. .32 of those hits going for extra bases. Big swing, big miss. Jones with a 2 RBI double in the 2nd. Also grounded out in the 4th. So the Redhawks looking to stay alive here. It's a 2-run ball game after San Diego explodes for 7 runs in the 1st. That pitch is high and away. 2-2. Charlie Johnson takes a seat on the bench after 4 innings. Looked good, or excuse me, through 5 innings, my apologies. Looked good through 4, rather, that's what I meant. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bartlow the K. But as I was mentioning, CJ2K, 5 innings pitched as we take a look at it once again. Upstairs, Jones could not resist. But Johnson, 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs allowed, 5 runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks, 6 hits. Big swing and a big miss. Bartlow making the Red Hawk bats look silly. But yeah, 76 pitches for Johnson. She can go a lot longer than that, but it's a long weekend and makes sense. They want to conserve. Another swing and a miss from Zepeda. So Bartlow going with some off-speed stuff and getting Zepeda off her usual rhythm. Zepeda on the day, a single in the fifth and a fielder's choice in the second. The kick to fire, swing and a miss, strike three. Barlow goes back to back. 2 away here in the top of the sixth. KB. Let's take a look at it once again. Off speed. Something about that high pitch that the batters just can't get to. So 2 outs, 2 Ks, a ground ball. Mulligan over to first in time. 1, 2, 3 for KB. We're heading now to the bottom of the sixth. Still 7-5. San Diego on top.
Credit Union One, the official credit union of the West Coast Conference, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking and an expansive network of 90,000 ATMs from coast to coast. Discover better banking for all at cu1.com, federally insured by NCUA.
How much sweat are you willing to lose? Because when you do that, you can surpass the hype. You can inspire generation after generation. You can compete against anything. So how much are you willing to lose? That's how you know. Hey now, say now. How much you willing to win? Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
Clutch Seats. Get in on the action. Don't miss the save. Scoring tickets has never been easier. Get your tickets now at soldout.com. Soldout.com is a proud partner of the West Coast Conference.
Bottom of the sixth here from San Diego. 7-5. Torero's on top, still holding on to their 2-run lead. After scoring 7 runs in the first, they have not done anything, hardly, in the 4 innings since. Carly Ruiz in the bottom of the order here for San Diego. Ellie Bosted has come on and been fantastic. The kick, the 0-1. Misses on the outside, 1-1. Bosted not only has been dominant, but she's also been efficient. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, just 1 run, 1 walk, 2 Ks, and 56 pitches. The kick to fire, swinging bunt. Ruiz on first with a single. Carly getting crafty here in the bottom of the sixth. She knew exactly what she was doing, laid the swing and bunt down. Spadafora a little too late. So San Diego with one runner, on first. Torero's looking for some insurance here in the bottom of the sixth. The kick to fire. That pitch is in there for a strike. Another bunt laid down. That moves over the runner. The throw to first. That's in time. So Winia sacrifices herself for the greater good. Ruiz heads to second. Again, putting the fun in fundamentals. Bostad over to first. One away. Again, Bostad, 59 pitches here. Well, rather actually, that number's probably a little bit higher now. Maybe like 63. Kick to fire. The pitch is in there for a strike, but yeah, around 10 pitches an inning for her. That's exactly where you want to be if you're a starter. I know in softball, those arms last a lot longer than baseball, so. The 0-1. Ground ball right side, axe line, tagged out. But moves over the runner, Ruiz, so another insurance run is 60 feet away for San Diego. Now Taylor Johnson, the senior, looking for an exclamation point here on her senior week. The kick, the pitch. Called strike on the outside. TJ still hitless, 0 for 3. Has not even reached a base. Fouled out, flew out, and then grounded out in the fourth. The kick, the 0-1. Check swing, it's a strike either way. Johnson down 0-2. Really a tale of two games. If the Red Hawks would have just pitched like this from the onset, they'd be out in front. Bostad, dominant. Officially through 5 innings. The kick, the 0-2. Ground ball right side. Jones is there, underhand throw. 3 up, 3 out. 7th inning coming your way in just moments. Final ABs for the Red Hawks. We'll see what happens. Can San Diego shut the door? We'll find out after the break. The lights are on here from the Reg. The Toreros are on top by 2. Can they shut the door here on this beautiful Thursday night? First pitch. Called ball. Caitlin Bartlow going 1-2-3 there in the top of the 6th. Avery Morris at the dish. 0 for 2. Reached on a walk in the 5th. Bartlow looking to shut the door and give San Diego its 5th win in the conference. That pitch is in there, off speed for a strike, 1-1. As we mentioned, folks, kind of been a tale of two games today. The Toreros erupting for 7 runs in the first, and then since then, they have not really done much. They've gotten on base a couple times, but nothing really doing. This one's hit into the netting. A big part of that has been Ellie Bostedt for Seattle. One and two the count. The kick, the pitch. That's high. Top of the order in Morris. That pitch is outside. Count runs full. So Bartlow started her outing with 2 straight Ks and then got a ground ball out. Count runs full on Morris. Is she going to go to the well once again? Let's see. Here's the pitch. This is flown into left. Served up for a single. So the Red Hawks are not done yet. Now Jay Ross. Here's the pitch once again. Just a good piece of hitting going the other way. Put some salsa on that Oppo taco. The kick, the pitch. In there for a strike to Ross, who has struck out twice, but then had a big-time single in the 5th. Fouled off right behind the dish. Into the net, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off at the last moment. Ross stays alive. Fouled off yet again. Ross, a pesky batter. The 1-2. That one's high. The back pick. Nothing doing. History not on the Red Hawks side tonight, folks. In 2-run games, this team is 1-5 on the year. 2-2 popped up towards us. That one's off the netting, so we'll do it again. Ross, as we said, makes some work. Saving grace, though, is this Seattle squad. They're 4-3 in night games, so that's something to look forward to. Either way, still a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side through the legs of Johnson into right field. Advancing to third is Morris. There's runners on the corners. No outs here for Seattle. A Bill Buckner-esque play by Johnson at first. Tough looks for her. Let's take a look at it once again. Oh, that is tough. But hey, mistakes like those happen. I'm sure that this Torero defense is trying to lift up their senior first baseman. Taylor Fitch, exactly who you don't want to see at the dish in crunch time, comes to the plate. Today, though, she has been retired all 3 times. First pitch, and she lifts it a mile, but it's out of play. The kick to fire, check swing, did she go? They say no. Good call. Again, the history this season has not been kind to the Redhawks. Let's take a look at that pitch once again. Yep, she did not go. Seattle, when their opponents score 7 or more, they are just 2-7. So they have won twice, but not very often. Their record when trailing after 6, 0-20. Bartlow looking to shut the door. Even if she gets a little ground ball double play, it's better than nothing. Popped up out of play yet again. Same exact spot. Taylor Fitch, 18 Ks on the year, 21 walks. The kick to fire, fouls it off once again. She's looking for that equalizer, folks. She's looking to hit this one over the fence. Crowd getting antsy here from San Diego. Fitch waits. Bartlow comes home, swing and a miss, strike 3. KB with 3. So 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Let's take a look at it once again. She goes upstairs on the rise ball, and Fitch can't catch up. So now Ava Sin, who, reminder, is just 1 double away from tying the program record for career doubles, comes up with, wow, 19 of them this year, folks. That's crazy. First pitch in there, 4 strike. So all the Toreros need is 2. They just need 2 outs, and then they escape with a 7-5 victory. That pitch is outside, called ball. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Called strike on the outside. 1-2 now the count. The 1-2 outside, 2-2. It makes sense that Bartlow would want to nibble at the strike zone here. You don't want to put anything in the hot zone, as that could mean a tie game, especially the way that this Seattle U team runs the bags. Slow roller, Mulligan throws to first in time. The run comes home, and it could be a challenge. It was close at first, but we're going to see this play under review. So Seattle is going to challenge this one. We will see what the call is. So a pretty close play at first. I thought it was an out, but that's also from my vantage point. Let's take a look at it once again. So Mulligan comes in. The throw to first. Ooh, yeah, I mean, it's pretty bang, but let's take a look at our. Oh, wow. Our first base camera. Oh, man. Let's see where. Does the ball hit the mid? Ah, this might be overturned. Seattle might have a case. Which, if that is so, then San Diego is in some trouble. Because instead of 2 outs, there's only 1 out, and 2 runners are on. So, you know, a tough play when you have such a slow roller like that. You know, it's almost like you want to bring in the entire infield, but still got plays to be made at every base. So the umpires are checking in on the play, and we'll take our time here. But, yeah, just goes to show you, folks, how hard it is to make some of these calls. I mean, definitely bang. That's probably the most definitive shot right there. The foot on the bag, the ball still in the air, not exactly in the mid or the cylinder, so to speak. Take a look, bang. Ah. Right. Oh, it is so close. And, of course, you can't blame Seattle for challenging because, you know, this is a late game situation. Let's take a listen, by the way. Wow. Okay, that's tough. That's a tough one. But good for San Diego. And now we're going to see some, I believe, pinch hitters. Pinch runners, maybe. We will see. I believe a pinch runner will be coming on here. But that's huge for San Diego. I mean, a run does score, by the way. So it's 7-6. But incoming for Seattle. Let's listen. Jaden Sajek at second. So it is a 1-run game now. 7-6, San Diego hanging on for dear life. First pitch is hit a mile but foul. Karen Spadafora. All 6 foot of her comes in a clutch spot, to say the least. The kick to fire, that pitch is taken high. 1-1. The Toreros 1 out away. Here's the 1-1. Tying outside yet again. Bartlow having trouble finding the zone. Spadafora 2 for 3 on the day, a couple singles. Scored in the fourth. Looking to be the hero here in the seventh. KB rears back, comes home. This is swung on and hammered, but foul yet again. So Spadafora really out in front of these pitches. You got to wonder if Bartlow goes down the well, maybe a little off speed, getting her out in front. We will see. Spadafora, though, she's got some power. 8 home runs on the season, 6 doubles. Her 8 home runs tied, or excuse me, not tied, excuse me. She is second on the team in home runs with 8. The 2-2 pitch. Once again, Spadafora out in front. Hitting it right into that netting down the third base line. Patience is indeed a virtue, folks. Deuce is wild here in the top of the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. KB once again. The game's over. Toreros win. 7-6 the final. Caitlin Bartlow steals the show. And that one does it. Bartlow goes upstairs. That's her 4th K of the day. And that ends the first game of Senior Week here from San Diego. It's the Toreros winning 7-6 the final. Caitlin Bartlow, the hero, shutting the door in the 7th. Reminder, folks, games coming tomorrow and Saturday here on ESPN+. But for now, for all of our team here at the University of San Diego, I'm Keith DeMolder saying so long from San Diego, where the final score is San Diego 7, Seattle 6. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Good night, everybody. Take it easy.